Guess who crawled back out from the void? Yes, me. Turns out the void is just depression and politics. I ran away for 7 months. Not literally, just emotionally. Hi everyone, it's Fate, and welcome back to day 3 of Daily December. This is the video I've been the most nervous to film because it is the one that is the closest to my heart. Today I want to talk about why I disappeared for 7 months. I actually checked and it's 8 months. And I want to talk honestly, like 100% honesty. When I stopped uploading, I told myself that it would be just for 1 week. Or maybe 2 weeks. But I think part of me knew that I wasn't okay. And I knew that already. I knew that, and I just didn't want to admit it to anyone. Not even to myself. It wasn't that I didn't care. It wasn't that I stopped loving YouTube. It was that I didn't have anything left to give. I felt drained. My mental health was really fragile at the time of me quitting, taking a break. And now it's better, of course, but it was really fragile. I just stared at the camera and I just couldn't press record anymore. And I didn't understand why at first. I kept saying, I'll film tomorrow. But tomorrow turned into a week. And later into months. And then, the world. The political climate. Donald Trump being elected as president again has had a massive impact on me as well. The open hatred, the casual cruelty, new laws being written and passed to erase us. And it all made everything feel so much heavier than it did before. It's one thing to be trans and dealing with your own intern battles. But when the entire world thinks they own you or have a right to who you are, is another fucking part. That's something that has a massive effect on anyone. Waking up every single day to more bad news, more restrictions, more cruel laws, and more politicians using us as their punchline. It's exhausting. It wears you down. It gets into your bones. I started feeling scared again. For the first time in a very, very long time. I'm not just scared for myself, but scared for other people in the community. Just because I didn't know, I couldn't fathom what Donald Trump's presidency would entail. I was scared of what the next few years would look like for us. And I'm not going to lie, the hatred online has been not personally on me all the time, but I have also received some negative comments. And it only increased. It increased a lot, not just here on YouTube, but also on TikTok, on any other platform I am on, which is literally every single platform. And at a certain point you start believing it. You start believing that you are actually the problem, when in reality the world is broken and it's not your problem. It's not because of you. It is because of you, because they can't stand who you are as a person, and they can't stand someone being proud of themselves for living the life that they want to live. They can't stand it when people are confident, when women are confident, when trans people are confident. They just can't stand that because they feel like it's wrong and they feel entitled to us and our bodies, and it's so fucking weird. And it drags the person down, of course. I know people will say, but just don't read the comments. But when you're having such a horrible day already, when you're mentally so down already, reading something, even if you didn't plan on reading anything, can just sit with you for a very long time. And not things on my videos, or not things that have to do with me personally, but with the trans community. Because on my TikTok, I scroll a lot, and the amount of trans people I come across is heartwarming. It's a very heartwarming feeling to see so many people like me on TikTok. And then I open the comments and it's just it makes me want to close the app. It makes me want to I can't even explain what it makes me want to do, because I don't want that. I don't want to read that. I don't want people to feel like they are allowed to say those things, because we are still human. We are still human beings, but we might be different, but we're still human beings. And I feel like we should treat people the way we want ourselves to be treated. Don't treat someone horribly if you don't want to be treated horribly yourself. I didn't just lose confidence in YouTube. I lost confidence in myself I lost confidence in my voice, my appearance, my words even. Sometimes I try to film something and I just delete it because I am asking myself the question, who even wants to listen to me anymore? What if I've already disappointed everyone? What if I come back and people wish I hadn't? When your confidence goes, it takes everything with it. Your creativity, your motivation, your joy, and something else. People expect trans women to always be strong, to fight, to advocate, to educate, to be perfect examples. But sometimes I just want to be a person. A 19-year-old girl trying to figure out her life. Sometimes I just want to be seen as a human being. I started content creation when I was a minor. I almost said that took a toll on me, but it didn't actually, because I loved it. I honestly loved being able to put my voice out there, and I still love doing that. That's the one thing. That's the only reason why I actually love doing this, because I can put my voice out there for people to be heard. And that's such a strong thing. I've always wanted to be the voice for people who can't be the voice for themselves. If people look at me, I want them to feel a sort of a connection. Like, she says the things that I can't say, or that I can't do, or whatever. She's the type of person I want to be. And I love the trans community. I will always fight for them in any situation, actually. And seeing the way media, politicians, and just people weaponize our identities is crazy behavior to me. I felt guilty for struggling, like I wasn't allowed to slow down, because the world was already silencing us. Trying to silence us. One day I realized though that I wasn't avoiding YouTube, I was protecting myself. I needed to step back and breathe, because everything around me felt like it was failing. Like everything around me felt like it was falling apart. And admitting that even now is very hard. So why am I here again? Because even through the fear, the doubt and the sadness, I really missed this. I missed talking to you. I missed putting my story out there for me to tell, not for other people to tell. Just so I can tell my own story. I came back because I refused to let people who want me to disappear, who want trans people to disappear, win. I refuse to disappear. I refuse to be silenced again. I refuse to let fear take something that I love. And that is advocating for trans rights and talking to a camera. And because honestly, I don't want to waste my life trying to hide from things that aren't important, that don't matter to me. The people who want me to be silenced, who want trans people to be silenced, don't actually matter to me, because I don't know them. They have no impact on me. But the moment a public figure like Donald Trump or Elon Musk even start talking about their beliefs, their ideologies, it's different, because they have an impact. They have millions of people who listen to everything they say. And that's a crazy concept. That's a scary concept, that people can have so much power. But those things do affect me. Even though I'm not American. Donald Trump passing an anti-trans law will affect me indirectly, because the United States of America is one of the countries. People look at the world and you ask them what the strongest countries are on a power base, they would probably say North Korea, Russia, and the USA. And other countries look up to the USA of some sort. They take things from them. And the moment anti-trans laws get passed, it's just a matter of time, honestly, before in other countries they start to think the same thing. They start to feel like that's the thing they should do. If you're watching this, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for your patience, even though I didn't think I deserved that patience. This won't be a perfect comeback. I'm still healing, physically and mentally. But I'm here and I'm trying. And that's enough for right now. I love you. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow on day 4 of Daily December. Bye for now. Oh, I could lie. And another thing. And another thing, and another. and and another, and another thing, and something else. We should treat, and I feel like we should, and I feel like we should treat, and I feel like we should, and I feel like we should treat, and I feel like we should, and